For most of human history, India was one of the richest regions on earth. Its wealth attracted traders, explorers, and empires. But centuries of colonialism and decades of poverty caused the country to fall behind. Today, however, something remarkable is happening. India has become the world's most populous country, one of the fastest growing major economics, a space power, a nuclear power, a technology giant. Many analysts believe that the 21st century could belong to Asia, and some believe India could emerge as one of the defining superpower of the future. But can India really become a superpower? And what obstacles stand in its way? Home to more than 1.4 billion people, India is not just a country, it is a civilization. A nation of extraordinary diversity, immense challenges, and enormous potential. Unlike China, India's rise has been slower, but many experts believe its greatest advantages are not only beginning to emerge. To understand India's future, we must first understand its great strength, its people. India recently surpassed China as the world's most populous country. But population alone does not create power. What matters is age. Unlike many developed countries facing aging problem, India remains remarkably young. More than half of Indians are under the age of 30. This creates a massive workforce, and in the coming decades, this demographic advantage could become one of the India's greatest assets. While Europe, Japan, and even China face declining population, India could continue to benefit from a young and dynamic society. India is already world's fifth largest economy, and many forecasts suggest it could become the third largest by the 2030s. Economic reforms, infrastructure projects, digitalization, and expanding industries have accelerated growth. Cities such as Mumbai, Bengaluru, Hyderabad have become centers of innovation and investments, and global companies increasingly view India as one of most important markets of the future. India is emerging as a technological powerhouse. The country possesses one of the world's largest IT sectors. Indian engineers and software professionals play a key role across the globe. Companies such as Microsoft, Google, Adobe have leaders of Indian origin. Meanwhile, India's startup ecosystem has growing rapidly. Artificial intelligence, fintech, and digital services are expanding at extraordinary speed. Technology could become one of the foundation of India's future power. In recent years, India has achieved remarkable success in space exploration. Its space agency, ISRO, has become one of the most respected in the world. India became the first country to land near the moon's south pole, one of the few nations capable of launching satellites independently. Unlike some competitors, India has achieved these milestones with relatively modest budget, demonstrating efficiency and technological capabilities. India occupies one of the most strategic locations on Earth. The Indian Ocean connects Asia, Africa, Europe. Much of the world's trade passes through nearby sea routes. This gives India enormous geopolitical significance. Control and influence over the Indian Ocean could become increasingly important in the future, and India's location places it at the center of global commerce. China's rise has transformed Asia, but it has also created opportunities for India. Many companies are seeking alternatives to China, a strategy often called China Plus One. India has become one of the biggest beneficiaries. Manufacturing investments are increasing, and global supply chains are gradually diversifying. This trend could accelerate India's rise. India possesses one of the largest armed forces in the world. It is also a nuclear power. Its navy is expanding, its air force continues to modernize, and its defense industry is becoming increasingly sophisticated. As geopolitical competition intensifies, military strength will remain an important pillar of India's influence. India's future is promising, but enormous challenges remain, including poverty, infrastructure gaps, pollution, bureaucracy, income inequality. Education and healthcare must continue improving, and millions still lack access to opportunities enjoyed by wealthier nations. Whether India overcomes these challenges will largely determine its future. By the middle of the century, India could become the third largest economy, a manufacturing hub, a technology leader, a major military power. Its influence could extend across Asia, Africa, and beyond. But superpower status requires more than size. It requires innovation, stability, institutions, leadership. The next few decades will decide whether India fulfills its enormous potential. Few countries possesses India's combination of population, geography, demography, technology, economic growth. Its unique combination explains why investors, governments, and analysts around the world are paying close attention. India's rise will not only shape Asia, it may shape the entire world. So, could India become a superpower? Absolutely, but nothing is guaranteed. India possesses the ingredients: a young population, strategic geography, economic momentum, and growing technological capabilities. The question is not whether India is potential. The question is whether it can transform that potential into lasting power. Because if it succeeds, the 21st century may witness the rise of one of history's greatest powers.